Welcome to Sons of Grimnir, Man United 3, Everton 3, it is the review. Wow. It's very frustrating, I literally feel like I've just walked on my missus cheating on me. That's how I feel. Fuming. So complacent when we went 2-0 up, it's very annoying. Finally get our noses in front with McTominay getting on the score sheet again, and it's you had 2 minutes to hold on through stoppage time. And it's anyway, very annoying, very annoying. Anyway, see you in a minute, and we'll get into detail about the match. Never mind. See you in a minute. And we're back. So, so we do have the players to win the league. I mean, Cavani, Rashford, Cavani, who was awesome by the way, Rashford, Martial, Bruno, Pogba. But our defence is wank. It's so annoying. Shaw's the only one that can hold his head high at the moment, and he is performing. But Maguire, it's like, turns like the Titanic. Lindelof following the balls into the channel. First half he was really good, and then second half I think he just fell asleep. Last couple of minutes bringing Tuanzebe on. I don't think he knew where he was playing. I didn't think he had any instructions. He was just on there to win the ball in the air, basically a challenge Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Shit goals to concede. Maybe Bailly stops the balls into the channels a little bit better. But hindsight's a good thing, isn't it? He was so slow tracking back Maguire. I know he's not the quickest anyway, and that is a flaw in his game. But he's so slow. Like, Wan-Bissaka's got that pace to come over, depending on what side Maguire's on. Or Shaw even. Shaw's got the pace to come back and track back. But Everton was so poor. They're really poor. At one point they had 3 shots and 2 goals. Like, De Gea pushing it out and the lad Doucouré tapping it in. Better couldn't say that after a few pints. It was just a shit show from the defence again. It is going to cost us the league. I think everyone saying about title chances, obviously I've been a big one saying 21's coming and that, but I don't think you can win a league with that defence, with that back four, and De Gea having shaky games like that. You can't palm it out in the middle of the goal. It's lesson 1 in goalkeeping. Push it away or catch it. Literally, you chipped it into De Gea's hands and he falls down and palms it out. It's fucking embarrassing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down sort of 3-4 areas where I think needs talking about. So they're basically talking about players. So in a minute. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Marcus Rashford. A mixed bag from Rashford today, I think. So many chances. He needs to score. Especially when he's running. Bruno puts him through, and he just hits it straight at the keeper. He's 6 yards out. He needs to score that. That puts us up and away. Well, in a very good chance of winning if he puts that in. I do love Marcus Rashford, but he does need to score more. We need a natural winger. That's why he's not a number 9 Rashford, because he's not clinical enough. Cavani, he's 6 goals in 12 games or something like that. It's a great return. It is a great return for someone who's a bit older, a bit wiser, a bit more experienced. But Rashford is there to keep his width, to run at his man. He's so greedy. But he is there for the balance on the wings. You do need the overlaps, which Shaw's obviously doing now. Wan-Bissaka does it a lot, but he's shit on the ball. But we do need a right winger. We've got Rashford on the left, fair enough. We've got Martial to come in on the left as well, Dan James, Mata. But we need a right winger for that balance. We need... Because they just let Wan-Bissaka... As I said in my last review, they just let Wan-Bissaka have the ball because he's shit. He's so shit on the ball. I don't understand how he was a winger. I don't understand. I really don't. But obviously having that balance is crucial, because tackling down one side is just, it's so predictable. It's so predictable what Rashford's going to do. He's going to hold his man, stand him up, cut inside and shoot, because he's greedy as fuck and he doesn't pass the ball. Shaw is a handful and playing well at the moment, so he does use him a lot. Loads of times you see him sort of square his man up and then just knock it to his left without even looking, because Shaw's bombing down that left hand side, but he didn't at the start of the season. So it is something that we have massively improved on, but we do need that right hand side so we can do that switch ball that Liverpool do, that Van Dijk ball where he just switches it 40-50 yards across the pitch in that gap for someone to run onto, like Salah, Mane, etc. So that is something that we need to work on. Rashford is scoring, but his performances aren't great. They're not great, and it is something that we need to look at, and it is something that we need to improve on. But yeah, so he didn't get on the score sheet today, but he could have had a hat-trick. Easily, he could have had a hat-trick. But yeah, we move on to the next. And the next one, I've kind of hinted on it already, but the next one's David De Gea. David De Gea, as much as he's done for this team over the past 6 years, could have left us and went to Madrid. I don't think that was his doing, but I think it was more us. But never mind. He needs to be partly to blame for their equaliser. He's just a. This is the last minute one. He's just a pussy, isn't he? He needs to be brave. He needs to He needs to just make himself big. Peter Schmeichel, for example, come and command his area. He's never been that sort of keeper though, has he? He's never been that sort of keeper to bollock his defenders, to come out, claim the ball, like Edward van der Sar, Peter Schmeichel. It's just... Peter Schmeichel said a goalkeeper should never be judged on shot stopping. He should be judged in command of area, one-on-ones, his distribution. Because it's just a given, being good at shot stopping, like, that's what he's there for. If you're not good at shot stopping, you're a shit goalkeeper and you never make it in life. So it's just a gimme, being good at shot stopping, isn't it, really? He needs to grow some balls. He needs to steam in. He needs to clatter everybody. Anyone, anything in the way. He needs to elbow, he needs to push, he needs to come out and claim it. Whether it's our players, their players, if the ref gets in the way, fuck it, nut him as well and get the ball. Like, he stays on his line so much and it's so frustrating when people, and teams are starting to notice it now. Who did we play last game? Southampton. The one before Southampton. Whoever it was, Sheffield I think it was. They're starting to cluster him because he's not pushing people out the way, he's just standing there getting clustered and getting pressurised. It's just not good enough. I think we give him a bit of wiggle room because he was so good for so long, and obviously he stayed when he could have went to Madrid. But I think it's getting to the point now where Henderson might need to come in and have a go. The goal where he pushes it out, man, like, it's simple. Dominic Calvert-Lewin chips the ball into his hands and he falls down like... Oh, I'm upset. I'm not going to lie, I'm really, really annoyed. It's a massive chance missed as well, especially with the two scum playing tomorrow. City, Liverpool. Hopefully it's a draw and we don't lose out on anything, but it's an opportunity missed. It is. Unfortunately. And the third one is my Lord and Saviour, Bruno Fernandes. He's... Oh my God. What a goal. What a goal. Please tell me a striker, a player that scores those kind of goals. I seen on a half-time when was it half-time? Yeah, I think it was half-time. They were showing the Eric Cantona goal against Sunderland where he dinks the keeper and just goes and looks round, and that's exactly what Bruno did. It was so similar. So similar, apart from Bruno hits it a little bit sweeter, I think, and Cantona dinks it. But there have been comparisons with Bruno and Eric Cantona, and I mean, there's worse people to get compared to, you know what I mean? He's a leader. You can see him bollock people, you can see him tear assing around the pitch, you can see him do this when he's running as well. He's looking around to see if anyone else is pressing. He's bollocking people when they don't. Fred is so sloppy on possession, and bollocks Fred all the time. You can see him fucking pointing at Fred. We need these leaders. I think I actually love him. I actually think I do. If he ever needed a liver or a body part, I'd cut it out or cut it off and give it to him. I generally would. I fucking love him. Just the arrogant walk back and then the fucking get in like that. I just absolutely love it. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up when I watched him do it. I absolutely love him. What a goal. His performance overall, I think, was a mixed one. I think he comes in and out of games now, where before he was just unbelievable and we relied on him massively. Where he comes in and out of games now, where we do have other players like Cavani, who comes deep and gets the ball into his position in the swap. So he doesn't actually get on the ball as much as he used to, because he spins beyond Cavani and Cavani drops to give that little bit of space. So I don't think we see Bruno on the ball as much as we did. But he does still try that Hollywood ball. He tries the through ball. He tries to tear defences, and obviously he does get his shot away as well. So what we're seeing from Bruno, he's breaking all kinds of records, and he's awesome. It's just a shame we're not on the ground to see how good he is and appreciate how good he is. It is the next stage. When we're back, we will absolutely fucking worship him, because he's took us from, let's be honest, 6th, 7th to contending for titles. So pretty much on his own, to be fair. So well done, Bruno. Unfortunately, it wasn't the winning goal. And the next one is about Ole himself. I've had a few questions on Twitter posted to me, Sons of Grimnir. Check me out and follow me. I do post every day. I've had a couple of questions. The first one was, is Ole to blame? No, I don't think he is. I think there's 11 professionals on the pitch that are 3-2 up, have been 2-0 up, clawed it back. Scott McTominay obviously gets the goal. 11 professionals on the pitch. Tuanzebe comes on to shoot it up. Like I said before, I don't think he had clear instructions. However, if he did, because he's not going to go on with no instructions and just go on and win it. He hasn't took him on board. If he has got instructions to Tuanzebe, I don't think you can blame Ole. I think obviously he has spoken to them. He doesn't go back to the change rooms and go, oh, be sloppy. Fred, lose the ball all the time. Maguire, turn like a shit in the toilet. Lindelof, don't track your man back. Shaw, go up and don't come back. Wan-Bissaka, be shit on the ball. De Gea, or when it comes, just punch it out to the Decore who can put it in. He doesn't say that, does he? Let's be honest. Ultimately, there's 11 men on the pitch that need to be held accountable for the goal, or for that result, rather. I don't understand why Van der Beek didn't come on instead of Fred. I really, really feel sorry for Van der Beek. It is bizarre. I don't know what Ole is thinking, to be honest. I really feel sorry for Van der Beek. Ole needs to sort it out. I do think he needs to play him, otherwise he's not going to have a happy player in his midst. And he's a good player, Van der Beek. I don't understand. He does a similar job to Fred. He has got a bit of an engine. He's better on the ball. I don't really know. Only Ole can say, I suppose, but he's not going to be honest to us, is he? Maybe something in training he's seen and he's not quite up to it, or fitness levels, or I don't quite know. But the second question is, could you have done anything different? Yeah, of course he could have. Of course he could have done something different. He could have shoot it up earlier. He could have went for it. He could have brought Martial on. He could have brought, as I said, Matic. Matic would have been a good shout just to shoot it up even more. He's got the stature. He's got the physicality. He's got the height to deal with that. He could have dropped in and let Maguire and Lindelof play a little bit more, but he could have done many things, but he didn't. In hindsight, it's a great thing. If you brought Tuanzebe on, shoot it up, last 2 minutes, we clear that into the stratosphere, win 3-2, then everything's hunky-glory, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Let's have a look. What was the next one? So the next one was, is the team going to be changed for the West Ham game? I can't see it changing a great deal. Martial might come back in for Cavani. But apart from that, I can't see it changing. McTominay was quality. Pogba, maybe Pogba because he might have an injury, but apart from that, I can't see it changing at all. I think that was our best team, definitely, and I can't see it changing. Definitely not, because we absolutely dominated them as well. So I wouldn't change it personally, but you never know what Ole's got up his sleeve. He might do a couple just to freshen it up, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So on that last comment, Pogba did go off injured with, it looked like his quad. Wasn't a hamstring, it looked like his quad. So that was a bit of a weird one because no one was round him, which is even more worrying. What a first half from him as well. He was unbelievable. What a massive miss he was in the second. He was dictating play, he was speeding up, he was slowing it down, he was receiving the ball off Maguire, off De Gea. Spreading the ball 40-50 yards, doing the 5-10 yard passes, keeping us ticking over, finding Bruno in that pocket. He was quality, absolutely quality. I was a bit gutted when he come off. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's worrying him coming off, isn't it? Tell me what you think. I think personally he was man the match until he went off. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I think he was unreal. He ties the defence and the attack very, very, very well. He ties it very well. He receives the ball from anywhere. He's strong. His feet are excellent, which obviously helps. And his vision's unbelievable. We're starting to see the best of him. Definitely starting to see the best of him. But yeah, unfortunately we didn't get the result and he went off injured. Hopefully he's fit. We'll just have to see. So that's the review. Thank you very much for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe and share it with your friends if you haven't already. Quick shout out for United Forever podcast. As every video, two good lads, two cousins. Check them out. If you don't know what the logo looks like, watch my last video and it's on there. And Super Unlucky Me's on there as well. I am on Twitch, Sons of Grimnir on Twitch, and I am on Twitter, which you can post your questions to me, just at me, and obviously I'll read them out as well, and I'll read your name out as well if you want me to. So that's everything. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.